I mean, she had to have some kind of like intention though.
What a bit. I don't know. I never talked to her. You don't remember that? The little short black girl that was like your special ed? Come on, go ahead.
I do. I think I might.
Never talked to her?
Oh, she's the one that used to wear pants or shirt tucked into her pants.
I'm going to tell you that.
With the fucking... Yeah, I remember because she'd have them yellow socks with the frillies on it.
I just know she was in the 100 hallway where all the slow kids, and she'd fucking see us and just be like, and then start running towards us, and we'd be like, fuck that, and run the other direction.
Probably could have hit that, bro.
That's abs. I mean, probably.
Probably could have hit that shit.
That was when Every Girl came out, too. That had some notorious fucking lines in it.
Can they consent?
See, I thought the same thing, dude. Like when I watched that fucking not Love on the Spectrum. Yeah, Love on the Spectrum, or the Down syndrome dating shows. Like, I feel odd. Like if I'm a normal person,
well,
I don't want to say normal person.
Do they date normal? Do they date non-disabled folk?
I feel like yes, because I've seen like I'm gonna be real on the Instagram reels. There's there are fitness siblings.
Some of them are bodied up, right?
Yeah, some of them are kids. The Down syndrome chick with this, like, she's fine as fuck. And I'd feel odd. I feel like I'm taking advantage if I hollered at her, but if she came up to me and was like,
I think Ice Spice has Down syndrome.
No, I think that.
See, people say that, and I don't know why, because she doesn't look like she has Down syndrome.
Her face does look like she has Down syndrome.
No, she don't.
She doesn't.
Hold up. Hold up.
It's gonna be a hard sell for me. Because
Ice Spice is one of the baddest bitches on the planet.
I give my heart to Ice Spice.
Yeah, she can.
This is like a whole like thing people like are very curious about.
I know. I see the disses, and I don't like.
I believe the poop bars more than the fact that she has like, look at that. You ain't gonna tell me that's the same.
Her eyes are definitely downward slanted. She has makeup on her lashes.
She don't got the bag under her eye though. Look at that. Like that's
she has makeup on.
That's the syndrome bag.
She does have a bag under her eye.
That's where the Downs is.
No, that's not a syndrome bag, bro. Look at how small that bag is.
She got like a little bit.
She doesn't have it heavy. She has slight Down syndrome. Because Down syndrome is a spectrum.
She got below syndrome.
No, Down syndrome is a spectrum. So you could be on the high end or the low end. She can be very low end Down syndrome.
Is it a spectrum?
Yeah. See, that's where I think she's just autistic.
It is, and I looked it up.
Down syndrome? I thought it was just autism.
No.
Well, because originally it was Asperger's, but we don't say that no more because he was a Nazi.
Yeah, there's levels to like Down syndrome, like how heavy it can affect you, physically and mentally,
and autism.
Well, if she's got Down syndrome, that's a badass bitch with Down syndrome, bro.
There's some baddies with Down.
I'm not saying you're wrong, because Ice Spice is definitely nice on the eyes.
There's some baddies with cerebral palsy that I would it'd be hard to talk to because they're gonna be stuttering, but I talk to them.
Like, who's a bad cerebral palsy bitch?
I'm sure wondering, like, he said,
let me get on Instagram. I don't got any off the top of my head. Walt Jr. from fucking Breaking Bad. He was a baddie.
Does cerebral palsy have any like physically defining characteristics, or is it just when your like bones get all?
I think so. Normally, I hate to do it, but they have like that kind of slur in their voice. They like it's a whole. And they have like the shaking, and then they have the crutches. That's normally.
And there's some bad bitches of those.
I feel like there was one I saw. She actually had a cake on her. I didn't follow it because I felt guilty with myself.
Her triceps probably big as fuck too.
I'm saying you gotta look for love in the weird places.
That's definitely a weird place to look for love.
Nigga goes to fucking short buses look for love.
Would you rather date a Down syndrome girl or a racist?
There's a pod rolling. I'm weak as fuck. I'm weak as fuck.
We're into it now. This is the real fucking questions. Down syndrome chick or how racist? Like,
and how Down syndrome?
Well, first of all, they're the racist racism matches the Down syndrome's Down syndrome, so they're about even on their own respective levels.
Okay.
I would say okay, so the Down syndrome chick is not attractive, but she has all of your capacities, so you don't feel bad about getting with that.
Is she racist towards blacks?
The racist, yes, she's specifically racist towards your.
That was a good question. That matters.
That's fair. That's fair.
Do you hate me or do you hate them?
That's fair.
But she's like, the Down syndrome girl's like hella downs. Like,
is this like Get Out? Like, are they like kind of like passively racist, or is this like they're calling me like the N?
Well, you got to think because if they're equal parts, racism and downs, then if the Downs girl's hella downs, then it's safe to assume that the racist is hella racist.
Okay,
but she still wants to date black people.
Yeah, well, she wants to date you.
It's like a fetish.
Yeah,
am I in danger?
She's bad as fuck. No, you're not in danger. She's not that racist. She's just really fucking mean. But she's bad as fuck, and she lets you smash. But there's always some kind of it's either like a slave taking advantage of the master's daughter, or the master's daughter taking advantage of the slaves. But you got to switch out dominant and submissive roles in that respect.
I gotta pick the racist.
I'm definitely picking the racist.
Yeah, I'm picking that. I mean, that's like, yeah, I'm picking the racist. I was shade the Downs people, but like that's.
I've been doing racism my whole life.
I feel good about that though. I felt like either way, if I'm the slave, like yeah, fuck you, massa. There's a part of me that's gonna enjoy that.
Yeah, for sure. I can't really relate, but I can kind of put myself in your shoes.
Like, there's gonna be like a little angel on my shoulder is gonna be doing the Black Power. Like it's gonna be a thing. Like,
welcome to the Drewzy and Echo podcast. Today we're talking about shit.
We talking about shit, and we're talking about shit with Big J, Jordan motherfucking Wallace in his house. Besides TG, I think the only 2-time guest on the Drewzy and Echo Show.
Shit, yeah.
Kylie was on twice, wasn't she? Kylie was on twice. I did the math. Yeah. I forgot the math, but it is a much blacker podcast. Actually, I was way off.
We're in St. Louis.
Yeah, I was way off. It makes sense. It is like we've had 3 white, 4 whites, 4 white. Droppa was the 4th white, and then
and we even cut quite a few blacks.
Yeah, we have 1. We have Big J 1. We had Chris Johnson. We had TG 3 times. We had Aubrey. We had Bree. So that's 8 blacks.
To be fair, Bree, I'm throwing you under the bus. We had Bree's ancestry. She only like 17% black.
That's still there. 1 drop rule.
The 1 drop rule. If you're putting that in effect,
what are you?
She's not white. She's mixed.
It's like Kendrick's wife, just like ambiguously not white,
but not beat on.
Not beat. Well, she ain't beat on. You didn't see her crip walking in the video with.
No, I'm talking about Bree.
Well, neither is Whitney. No, she not. Did you see that video?
Hey, you can heal.
That shit.
Bro, I hope someday somebody comes and just baselessly accuses you of beating your woman on a public platform, so you know how it feels.
Well, then I'll just do it on video so they know what's up.
That's fighting fire with fire.
You ever worry about that, bro? Like calling people fucking pedophiles and shit on the podcast? Like, is that karma gonna come back to bite us in the ass one day?
Eventually.
I can see it.
But in all seriousness, I'm a huge Kendrick Lamar fan, and I highly doubt that he does that. But for the sake of entertainment, and
he definitely beat for the sake of entertainment. He beats
for the sake of entertainment. Yeah, he does that with probably his little size 7 shoes, and he just does it.
That's not fair.
That video was crazy.
I loved it.
He brought the whole damn city out.
Yeah,
that shit is wild.
Honestly, shout out Kendrick. You're awesome.
Honestly, we need a Kendrick in St. Louis.
Yeah,
we got Sexyy Red.
We got Smino.
See, Sexy, she I can't lie. I do fuck with that. You my everything. But I don't think she'll ever hit that one.
You fuck with?
I fuck with that one heavily. I don't know why. It's so ratchet. I love her, but when she had that, ooh, baby.
So did y'all agree with Tyla winning New Artist over Sexy?
Yeah, Tyla's infinitely more talented.
Yeah.
I'd have to.
It's not even close.
I feel like Tyla is like Sierra if she didn't meet Diddy. Yeah, like Tyla, or not Sierra. I'm sorry, Cassie. I said Sierra. Tyla is what Cassie would have been if she didn't get fucked up with Diddy.
Okay.
She's so cute too.
I mean, yeah, she is. And she got that damn water bottle dance when she hit that water. Like that's TikTok right there.
Yeah, I feel like Sexy has way more hits, but I definitely think Tyla's a better artist.
I feel like Sexy would probably be more fun to hang out with.
I don't know. I mean, yeah, Tyla's kind of up. She seems uppity from her interview.
Yeah, you know,
Sexy
I feel like Sexy's probably really down to earth if you get to know her.
Like shit, Sexy was on WWE. She was on NXT.
Yeah, that was
and
cool.
I don't even fuck with NXT like that, but she was on it, and I watched.
How they managed to get her?
She's a fucking wrestling fan. She's a big wrestling fan.
Really?
Which kind of shocked me. I mean, that's St.
Honestly,
Louis.
it
You
doesn't
got a big
surprise me,
wrestling
yeah.
fan.
Yeah.
Like Randy Orton.
Yeah.
And black people love the Hardy Boys. Like, I don't know what it is.
The
Matt
Hardy
and Jeff
Boys are
Hardy.
so fly.
Yeah.
I definitely shout out one of my songs.
Matt and Jeff Hardy are the shit.
I said I'm crazy as shit, just like Jeff Hardy.
Damn right.
Sure.
Damn right. That man always getting fucking injured or getting DUIs and
Always
fucking up his tag team runs and shit. It pisses me off, man. But I love Jeff Hardy. I'll never not love Jeff Hardy. Or Matt, for that matter.
What would your gimmick be if you were a wrestler?
Oh, I've thought of this shit.
No, I'm ready for this.
I say I've had this for years. My name would be Jackson Winters, and I would start as just like an angry ass black guy, just whooping the shit out of everybody. And I'm not gonna talk. I'm not gonna say nothing. When they finally hand me a mic, I speak terrible fucking English. I'm just ignorant as fuck. I'm just mad as shit. Just spewing all types of O.J. Simpson's my fucking hero. Just all this shit. People get mad. And then I want someone to come up like the Great White Hope, and that's gonna be like my fucking like rival. Like
That would be me.
Cena
That would be my character.
That's gonna be you.
Yeah, I'd be the Great White Hope.
You're the John Cena to my
God.
Randy Orton. And then they're gonna love me eventually.
I got the MAGA hat.
Yes.
I got the fucking.
That's
I got
great.
the carry the Confederate flag. I drive out to the ring in the General Lee. Is what I would do.
You got 45 holds for the 45th president. That's all that matters, right?
My finishing move is I just fucking shoot you.
It's all the police brutality. You just beat my
Take a
ass.
baton and
Just beat the shit out of me.
Fucking weak, dude.
That's fucked up, right there. We call it the George Floyd. That's fucked up.
R.I.P.
Put your knee, it's a submission. Put your knee on my neck. That's fucked right there. That's fucked right there. That's fucked, man.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Yeah, he said, wow, to your own joke.
Someone do that.
Can't believe I said that shit.
Copyright that. Someone use that and tag me in that, please.
That's
I
beautiful.
love to see that.
You know what frustrates me? R.I.P. George Floyd.
Big rip George Floyd.
But I hate when they try to take like all black deaths and turn him into like an American hero.
Well, I feel like
Like he wasn't necessarily a good guy.
no, not at all. But he didn't get a trial. Most bad guys get a fucking trial.
Nobody deserved what happened to him.
Exactly.
But like,
so you
is
gotta
he
use
like
that? Like,
the
what makes it different?
poster of like the black? Like that's like, come on,
I feel like
It's kind of like the in St. Louis, like the what's his name, Brown situation.
Mike Brown.
Mike Brown, should have never happened. But at the same time, we're not gonna sit here and say, "Oh, he was such a good kid."
I mean, no, but he was a kid.
He was a kid.
Fair.
He was a big ass
on
kid.
that same standard, I was a big ass kid.
And
I
you would have ran at me. I done shot your ass too.
I used to steal shit when I was Mike Brown's age. Though.
Yeah, me
I
too.
did some shoplifting and
Yeah, Lawrence could. Well, I mean, shit, Lawrence used to do that shit all the time.
Yeah,
He was notorious for that shit.
We name drop on the Drewzy and Echo Show. We try not to. If it happens, it happens.
Yeah,
Shout out Lawrence.
You was a boy. You would always have the snacks. You was my dog. with that
always
shit.
had the
In
snacks.
your cargo motherfucking shorts. You'd walk in the gas station, leave with half the gas station. Nigga, I don't know how you did it.
Yeah, but I mean, it was definitely a tragedy what happened to both of them. And, I just don't like how they try to overplay the good guy role.
I feel like it's not
what
even
it is. Like
good
it's a
guy.
tragedy.
I just think it's the fact that someone was
Wrongfully murdered.
Yeah, wrongfully murdered. And
definitely.
you don't have to be a good person to have that.
But they try
happen.
to make them out that way.
I mean, it's
they do.
just. I feel like it's more like a martyr, and even then, you didn't even willingly martyr yourself. Like you were just executed.
I mean, movements sometimes need a symbol.
They do.
Usually, the martyr becomes the symbol.
Yeah.
And the symbols used to be like, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X.
Well, to be fair, Martin Luther King was cheating on his wife and
She
sleeping
was a lot
around.
different than fucking
What? Just smoking some drugs, gambling,
smoking
and
drugs.
I don't argue the
doing
cheating.
porn on the side. It's different than cheating.
The CIA had some of his tapes. They had some audio porn.
I-
You could hear Martin Luther King
I'd argue
getting down on the
Unwillingly.
He was going in on it. Make them squeal.
Yeah, man.
I'm just saying, Dr. King was putting it down. And Malcolm X, one of the biggest symbols of the Black Power movement. He was a former pimp. He was out here slapping hoes. He was selling crack. He was out here doing it.
It was a different time.
It was a different time.
No, I'm talking shit. Yeah, but no, RIP. It's really frustrating that even happens in the first place.
Exactly.
I would argue that cheating on your spouse is probably worse than stealing a pack of Swishers.
I agree with that because, like, I don't know. Cheating is one of those things where it's like if you're willing to cheat on the person that's your person, it makes it hard for me to trust you because who the fuck am I?
But I mean, you also got to think, bro, when you're leading the civil rights movement, that's a stressful ass position. You need some pussy.
Throwing ass at you for sure.
Oh, Martin, give me rights. I love you. Oh, baby, come talk to me.
Why are they fucking white hoes?
You was fucking white hoes too. They like them.
Integration, bro.
They like them.
No, but I'm just saying, like, let's as a, I really wish the Black community still had like powerful figures.
Well,
yo got a little baby.
Okay.
Blame the government.
Yeah, it is. That is
a lot of the powerful figures we had were murdered.
They get killed. All of them.
They were shot. Like the ones that are still alive were the
Abraham Lincoln. Fucking
Al Sharpton, I think, is like a big fucking yes man. Like he was the one because it should have been him that got shot, not fucking Martin. I think like the ones that are still alive were the ones that were willing to bend the knee because they weren't going to cause too much problems. When you see people organizing and getting like actual things together, Black unity is one of the strongest things that the country has ever seen. When you look at like
I mean, the civil rights movement was probably like the largest single change in legislation over the shortest period of time since like the formation of the country when all the legislation was new anyway. I mean, it's really insane. Like the whole Civil Rights Act, like how much that changed about the country and how like short of a time just the act changed it. I mean, there was obviously a whole lot of shit leading up to it, but yeah, I mean, there's definitely a lot of whites in Washington who don't want to see Black people coming together, especially brutality.
I mean, Ronald Reagan and Richard Nixon really emphasized that. Like Ronald Reagan especially because he was the one that turned or coined the phrase "fucking welfare queen." He started a lot of legislation that was really just anti-Black. Reaganomics was a big destabilizer in the Black community. A lot of legislation.
Reagan was. He adopted like 2/3 of the Heritage Foundation's policy Bible. When he came, the Heritage Foundation, these are the people behind Project 2025. It's like this
crazy
conservative think tank that's just, and like
stuck in the fucking old days.
That shit is crazy. I watched and read some I watched a YouTube video out first, and I went and like started Googling, you know what I mean, like Project 2025. That shit is crazy.
It's hard to figure out. Like I've had a hard time looking into it because I don't know what's fear mongering and what isn't. Everything I find that's critical of it is from like some obviously left leaning outlet, so it's hard for me to trust it. Yeah. And then there's like you can read the actual document. It's like 900 pages, and I ain't got time for that shit. But there's definitely like they definitely want to like dismantle the Department of Education. Yeah. Which sounds bad. I don't know exactly what they're not terrible.
Education's already at a fucking low. So dismantling anything in the education system right now is already fucky. That's just gonna lower funding. That's gonna lower
I think the idea is to divert public funding towards private and religious schools. Yeah. Because the Department of Education is what regulates you not being able to do that. But there's definitely some like for gay people, it's fucked. They're gonna lose a lot of shit.
Yeah, you're fucked.
The thing about those, because right now it's just a doctrine that people wrote who are of a certain ideology, and like every president since Nixon has implicated some of the things from the policy Bibles for each election period from the Heritage Foundation specifically. Is one of the most like successful think tanks out there, and usually like this is their ultimate manifesto, but usually the whole thing won't get passed. Like it won't all fucking
just bits and pieces slip.
But bits and pieces slip through, and like some of the shit in there is so consequential. Like
you trickle it in. You can't get it all at once, but you get little bits.
Yeah.
Bat an eye.
And then, they're thinking like 15, 20 years ahead. And there are certain things, if you put them in place now, it's going to make it a lot easier to put other things in place 15, 20 years from now. And they really wrapped it up in a nice package too, because they got some shit in there that's like on the surface. I'm like, damn, we need that. Like placing more importance on the family unit, like shifting America's focus back to the family unit. But what they really mean by that is gay people can't be openly gay no more. They're going to get rid of terms like sexual orientation.
Right.
And they're going to make it so that gay people can adopt, and like they're going to make transgenderism basically illegal, and
which is fucked.
Make abortion illegal.
Which blows my mind, because these are things that happen in nature. Like transgenderism in the animal kingdom is a thing. We saw when we went to fucking Disney, we saw an ostrich. Normally she was supposed to be a female. She had dark feathers like a male, was massively aggressive, and was humping shit.
Some lived out ostrich.
Super lived out. Like she was a fucking man. She felt like a man. We saw like fucking gay buffalo that they had. Like they were literally like, we have women in here, but these two hang out and hump each other.
Yeah.
They're bros. They don't really, and they adopted, they ran off the mom for one and then just took the kid. That's their kid now.
And what's crazy is I think Trump's going to win.
Oh, probably.
He's definitely. I don't.
He's gonna get it.
Yeah. That's a great Trump.
He's got it, dude.
Martin Luther King wasn't bad either.
Like,
I didn't know you could do impressions.
Dude, the debate was bad though. Like seeing Biden just, it's weird when you know the president can't really be the president past like 7 o'clock. That's scary, because this motherfucker's gonna be all around the country.
There should be an age limit.
There should be.
They got it. How old you gotta be, like to be able to be a president. There should be a cutoff age.
And the youngest motherfucker got shot doing it. So like, I don't want to do that shit. I wouldn't want to do. I'm surprised the first black motherfucker didn't get shot doing it. I'm surprised they let Kamala be vice too. They're like, a woman and she's black.
She plays ball like a motherfucker though.
Yeah,
she's a cop though.
She sent a lot of black people to jail
for weed,
and she sent a lot of black people to jail for weed. Yeah. Hiding evidence that proved they were innocent to get her cases through.
So it's big fucker. All the cats moving the camera.
Cat!
All the cats moving the cats all the time. We're immersive here. It's 4D. It's all around. We'll pay you extra.
Yeah, but yeah, it's there's a lot of things going on. A lot of people love Camilla. I don't dislike her, but her track record is a bit ominous.
I mean, she's a politician. All they do is lie and fan. I remember my favorite thing that I think about it every day, is when Hillary Clinton was on the fucking Breakfast Club and they asked, what you got in your bag right now? And she said, hot sauce.
Yeah.
And everyone's face was like, no, the fuck you don't. I would have just asked what brand. I'd have been like, what hot sauce you got? And that would have told me every question I needed right now.
They pander in the most obvious ways, too. Over the most, like, true, like, hot sauce is such a stereotype, a true one, but a stereotype.
It is. Because if she would have said, I have some Louisiana Crystal in my bag,
okay,
had my vote.
She at least
did your research.
Yeah, at least did some research into the culture.
You were like, I have some Tapatio. I'd be like, get the fuck out of here.
Did y'all see that Amber Rose and what's his name, Trump song?
Amber Rose make music? I thought she was just a porn.
Amber Rose and some rapping dude made a 2020.
Was it Jelly Roll?
Some like, he looks like Mexican almost.
Oh God, who gives a fuck
like,
at that point?
Trump. Hold on, I gotta pull this up. Y'all haven't seen this shit. It just goes to show how like brainwashed they really like, how they're using like these names to like.
It's because they're broke. Lil Pump did the shit. Lil Pump did it, and he got called Lil Pimp by Trump.
Didn't he?
Every broke motherfucker goes to the MAGA grift because they'll give them a quick payout, and then once they're done, they're like, fuck this shit.
It's like, Lil Pimp.
He's one of the best new rappers. Little Pimp. And it's like, that's not his fucking name, bro. He's amazing.
Probably don't play it because copyright shit.
Amber Rose and Forgiato Blow.
Who the fuck is either of them?
You know Amber Rose was Kanye's
I mean, I know Amber Rose.
Everybody knows
X and
Amber Rose.
Wiz's X, but like, who gets
show it to us after the podcast. I'm gonna have to edit it out.
Oh, God damn it.
Yeah, you can't.
Fuck copyrights.
Copyrights, YouTube.
I'll kill copyrights.
Fuck them. What happens when you use AI to copyright? shit, even if it's fucking free use. Fuck you, YouTube.
Trump, baby.
It doesn't make sense. I'm making a bass house remix right now.
That's fire.
I've gotten the first 2 vocal ad-libs.
There you go.
Y'all can collab on a beat.
That's it.
That'd be fun. I never thought I would ever. That shit, I always thought that shit would just be like a
produce.
Yeah. And now it's like it's honestly really fun. Like
I'm working on one of your beats right now.
I'm so excited. Yeah, I'm excited to hear it. I sent off 2 of them. I sent one to you and my homie Cameron. I made him like it sounds like a fucking Schoolboy Q type shit.
Hell yeah.
Like 2013 Q too. So like fire type shit. But I don't know. I never thought I would ever get into producing. I always just thought that shit would be beyond me because like I know how to play some instruments, but I can't read music to save my life. So like
that's not really necessary to produce anymore because it's all, electronic.
You can just, bro, like on Ableton, you can just hit highlight scale and it'll show every fucking key in the key. And then you can hit scale and then it'll eliminate every note that isn't in key.
Right.
And you can
drag it to where it needs to be.
You still like, it definitely helps to have knowledge of like fifths and sevenths and ninths and fucking inversions and chord progressions and shit, which is what I've been trying to fucking learn. But like,
I got a music theory book if you want it.
I'd probably take it.
Yeah, I got one.
I took music theory in high school thinking that it was just a class where you sit and talk about the theory of music. And I realized, this is just
I thought that's what it was for the longest time, bro.
And no, it's just math. It's music math. And I was like, this fucking sucks. I can't read music. Like, this was a bad choice.
That's what I thought it was, bro. I thought we were going to go on that bitch and like talk about the Kendrick Lamar Drake beef.
And just vibe. Like, so how does music make you feel? Like, oh, dude, I thought this was my class. And I'm like, oh. What the fuck is it? I had to learn some shit. I was like, oh, fuck, this is tough.
Music theory is a lot harder to
Yeah.
Triple it.
What's arpeggio and arpeggiation and all this shit? And I was like, okay, well, fuck. And I don't know. I've never, even when I knew like how to play instruments, I would have my friends write down what the fucking keys or what the fucking letters on every fucking thing was because I didn't know how to fucking read them.
You'd have like the labeled keyboard.
Yep. And then that's it. I would have to do that, and then that was the only way I would learn. But
a deer,
that's the way to do it.
Even then,
a plot of golden sun. Me a name.
It's hard coming up with chord progressions.
I know all that shit, man. I was a choir kid, so I know all that shit.
You can sing your ass off.
I can hold a note.
You can sing your ass.
Nah, once my voice changed, it was weird.
I keep telling you, you still got it. But like
that?
Yeah.
I said, yeah.
Not everybody can do that. Not everybody
can do that.
No, I got a really good, this is like, not like normal singing, but like really good, like a classical voice. Like I'm really good at doing like the choir stuff. Like I'm really good at it.
I feel like you just went from like being like an alto to a tenor. And
I was like a baritone.
You're more like a baritone? You're pretty deep like that?
Yeah. I could go really low.
I feel like you could get some, cause you got to do like a
deer.
Oh yeah, you can get
a deer. Ray, a plot of golden sun. I can go a whole octave, and I can go up pretty high.
See, so you just have to do like some like
myself
what's his name, Gideon type shit. Like his low voice, I like some not Daniel Caesar because I nigga can get up. Well, he goes kind of middle range, but.
She take the cat. I'm fucking weak. And you'll come with me.
That's fair.
Throw her out the window. Come get you later.
I've never really like. I've always just made music based on how I feel too, or how it sounds. Like never really like based on anything. Like I just.
That's like if you can play music by ear though, that's almost more impressive. You have no template to follow. It's just all emotion and intuition, and you're making some dope shit.
Yeah, definitely.
The way I do it now, it's like I'll get one pre-made loop, and then I'll listen to how that sounds. And if I listen to that loop a couple times, I'll basically have the finished product in my head of what I want.
Right.
So then I'll just kind of
like sketch it out.
Yeah, and I'll work around, and then sometimes halfway through I'll get that finished product, but then there's something like I'll normally base whatever beat or whatever song I'm making on like one sound, and I'll build around that sound to make it sound as good as possible. But like sometimes halfway through I like a different sound better, so that kind of changes the structure, that changes the way I line up things. Like, and sometimes I can hear two different songs on the same thing, so I'll just make both. And if I like one more than the other, if I like both, I just fucking keep them. Like, there's been moments where I'll be in the middle of making one that I'll exit out, save it as is, stop, and then do even more on Ableton just because there's a bit more.
The Ableton project file thing where you can like find like somebody who makes tutorials or some shit will have a whole song and you can just take the project file from that song, put it in your shit and study it is mad convenient. Because like it's really like a lot of like the things that I've found to be the most challenging about the small amount of production that I've done so far is just like the shit that you don't even hear almost, like the ambience and the atmosphere and I haven't even really like begun to dive into mixing yet, but like
dude, that shit is like,
it's integral.
Mixing is frustrating.
Yeah,
it gets frustrating because like you'll think something sounds away, and then you'll play it on a different like sound set. You're like, this doesn't sound shit like what I thought it sounded.
You have to listen to it on multiple different things. Like, you have to listen to it in the car, then you got to get some speakers, then some headphones, and it sounds different on all
just through your phone, through your computer. Like
the car test is my big one. If it sounds banging in the fucking car and it sounds good, levels are right, like nothing's too loud, this thing isn't piercing, this is all good, that's the biggest flex for me. Like if it sounds right on that, that's perfect.
What do you think production wise is the easiest type of music to make? Like if you were brand new to it, what would you start out with?
Trap.
Yeah,
trap is so easy because really all you need is a good drum line, good hi-hats, a good 808, and then maybe if you want some future type shit, maybe a flute.
You can just play the melody on loop. You don't even really have to add too many variations.
And then just fucking octave it up or down here and there. And
super repetitive.
You need a chill part to lead in. You need the heavy, back to the chill. It's simple.
Just and maybe a counter melody if you're feeling it.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, trap is definitely the easiest. I think. Yeah, trap.
See, I always have because I've gotten into the drum patterns. I kind of get the hang of pretty quickly. So like when I'm making a drum pattern, I just want to throw up on it. You know, like at the end of every bar, I'm going to add some crazy variation. But really, you're not supposed to do that. Maybe at the end of every fourth bar, you add some kind of variation to resolve it back into the beginning of the drum pattern for the next 4 bars. But I made this drum and bass drum pattern beat, I guess, fucking the other day. It was just like, you know, I looked up the tutorial and then I got started on it and then I just started fucking with shit. And it sounds crazy, but like, I can't imagine how I would put anything on top of it. You know,
I feel that shit. I tried to make a drill beat, like some UK, New York drill.
Yeah.
I think that was the most challenging fucking.
Look up Jersey Club tutorial.
Jersey Club is fun, dude.
Yeah, that's
fun.
Shit that I sent you the other day.
I fuck with Jersey Club, bro.
Yeah, that's fucking. I'm my 2 things that I'm probably gonna focus on making the most are drum and bass and then Jersey Club. But that's like the Ice Spice type beat.
Yeah,
you send me some Jersey Club beats, I'm gonna fucking ride on them, dude.
It's like a bubblegum kind of like.
That shit is fun.
Boom, boom, boom.
It's like hella clubby, but like new age and like that. Jersey Club is also like new jazz.
Yeah,
new jazz is pretty interesting.
I'm into that. What is it that Reed does? Neon Neon. Hyperpop. I really fuck with that.
Hyperpop is hard, bro.
I don't know what it is.
Reed got pretty good.
This production is awesome.
It's amazing.
Reed's production's fucking amazing. Yeah. But he improved like a lot.
He got really good on the engineering side of things.
Because he started hanging out with, what was it, like 100 geeks?
So he went to school for it.
And yeah, he did, man. He was going to school for it. He had a few jobs for it. I remember he lived like right up the road.
He's in LA doing it now.
Yeah, he moved out to LA. It's fire. It's fire.
And it was funny because like, you know, I'm not going to say who, but a lot of people would like really talk down on me. And I always want one of those people that like, if you want to do it, do it. And I'm not going to like, you know, you're doing the same thing I'm trying to do.
And he stayed in his own lane. Like, he was doing his thing.
Kept his head down.
Yeah.
And it's like, bro, I always tell me like, I'm so proud of you, bro. Like, cause you just, no matter what nobody said, you fucking just did it.
Yeah.
And you, and
it wasn't like, it was like, I never got the hate on the guy. Cause like, when he first started out, I don't think Reed had any music experience at all.
No. He jumped into it because like all of us, he just saw us. Like he saw you, Andre, fucking Tariq, like everybody just kind of jump into it. We were all freestyling at parties and shit. Like everybody at O'Fallon wanted to be a rapper.
Yeah.
And it was all, I don't know. I did it because
You were always doing it, dude.
You've been freestyling as long as I've known you.
The only reason I ever got into freestyling and rapping was, and I can't remember his fucking name now to save my life, but we went to school with him. He was a grade lower than me. I think he was like in your grade. His name was like Jacob or some shit or something with a J. And he made a freestyle over a Logic beat. And I was like, this is ass. I could do better than this. And I had never really tried before. But I loved rap, so my first ever freestyle I recorded was on a fucking Xbox headset on my SoundCloud. It's still up, and it was just a response to his shit.
Yeah.
And ever since then, I was just like, you remember, I would just go to parties and I would just randomly fucking
shit. Yeah.
Just go the fuck off.
That was some of the best times. It was fucking when I remember when we used to just get high as fuck and me in the car, freestyling for hours.
Literally for hours.
Hours.
That's a fucking. I still can't freestyle very good. It always impresses me when people can really like say some hard shit off the dome.
Yeah, you're the one that got me on the free. I mean, I freestyled before I was like really friends with you, but like you're the one that challenged me to really get good at it because you were good at it. Yeah. So I was like, you know, I'm competitive. So everything someone's good at, I want to be as good, if not better. So I was like, I'm gonna fucking get good at it too. So like, you were probably the biggest like reason I really got good at freestyling.
And I always thought it was just something fun too. Cause like, I don't know, it challenged me because I read a lot of books. I loved writing. I had a huge vocabulary at the time. Yeah. So like, I like just seeing how long I could go, how much I could make it rhyme, how quick I could think on my feet. And at that time when I was like barely smoking, whenever I would get high, my brain would just be,
yeah.
Well, for most people, it gets their shit. My shit would finally be calm because, you know, I got the fucking ADHD. Yeah. So, like, my shit's always at 1,000 miles a minute. When I would smoke back then, that shit would, like, have me zen. I felt like Goku Ultra Instinct, like, not thinking, just fucking going.
Yeah.
Literally just going.
Yeah, I feel that, dude.
It's a different breed back then. Like, now, I don't know. I can still freestyle, but it's
different.
It's different.
Yeah.
It's different. It's very different. It wasn't as easy.
Well, you're so free at that age.
Yeah.
You know, you don't really like care about shit.
Yeah. I didn't have to pay fucking bills back then.
Yeah.
I was living at my fucking mom's house, carefree.
Now you got all these other auxiliary concerns in your life.
Debt, nigga, I got debt.
Cloud up your brain a little bit when you're chicken free.
And I fucking smoke so heavy now, too. That's the thing. Like, high is my normal.
Normal, yeah.
Yeah. So, like, at that point, like, which that sounds bad to say, because when I'm sober, I'm fine. But, like, when I get high, it's not like I unlock that second level now.
Right.
Like, now I'm good. I'm zen, but, like, there's no deeper, like, I don't know.
When you don't smoke a lot, bro, and you smoke, especially, like, if you smoke, like, a whole blunt, or just a couple bowls of some really potent shit, it's like a psychedelic experience. You get high as fuck.
Yeah.
I remember like the first few times I smoked, bro, was like nothing. It was like a different drug than it was once I'd been smoking for 2 or 3 months.
Oh, 100%.
Right. Or like if I took some edibles, bro, like I remember when I went up to Michigan for a little bit, weed's legal up there, and I bought a whole pack of edibles. I think it was like 25 5 milligrams, or no, it was 25 10 milligrams. And I just ate all them bitches and just fucking roasty toasty, bro. It was like a completely different experience than, you know, but like, so you can like really read some, I remember Adderall and weed was the fucking combination for freestyling.
Yeah.
Freestyling and fucking.
That Adderall.
Speaking of fucking, when's your wedding?
God, dude, I don't fucking. We gotta plan that shit. We've been.
How's the engagement? What's being engaged like?
It's honestly not that different than just being like we've been together for 7 years. So like, honestly, after the first 4 years, it felt like we were a married couple, and our circumstances were so weird. Like, Taryn kind of moved. It happened really quick, but we knew we liked each other. Right. We met. You know, we talked, we dated for a couple weeks, and then she ended up she lived in Florissant. So I was always paying for her Ubers, and my ass would walk to and from work because I was like, I want to see her. I'll spend the $20 Uber. So it got to the point where she would just bring more clothes and stay longer. And then it got to the point where most of her clothes were ever at my place. So I was like, why don't you just move in? And that was like maybe 4 or 5, like a month in to us being together. But I liked spending time with her. So I was like, whatever.
Yeah.
She moved in, she had a job, and we ended up moving out from my aunt's place to our own apartment. And I don't know, it's just weird with us. Like, we've always been like kind of
together.
Yeah, together.
Yeah. Like on the same page.
Yeah. And I don't know, about 4 years in, I had really thought about, proposing and saying something, but I was like, I just want to wait and see, because maybe I always feel like I get too gung-ho in a relationship and try to commit too much to a person. So I was like, well, it's been 4 years in the longest relationship, but let's see. And then, I don't know, one day I was at the mall, it was around Christmas time, and I saw a ring, and I was like, you know what? I've spent fucking 5-6 years with her. I love every day of it. This is why not?
Yeah. And
after the engagement, I don't know, nothing like, it definitely like it deepened the love, but it's just like being with your best friend. Like, we goof around, we mess around, we hang out. It's cool too, because you can like sit in silence with each other, and that's a big thing that some people can't do. Like, you can't just be in the same room with another person and enjoy your time like separately but still together. And I think that's a big thing that we can do. And it helps because we have 3 TVs with 2 different consoles. So I'm playing my PlayStation, she's playing Skyrim. It helps, and we're just nerding out. And we're into the same shit too. Right. Video games, anime, smoking weed, music.
She be freestyling.
I want her to. I want to get her to rap. That'd be so much fun. She's
I'm trying to get Brie on the track.
But yeah, she's like one of my biggest supporters of music too, especially because she has a good background. She used to play clarinet. She was really good. She was like first chair, which is a big orchestra thing. Like, she gets the solo, she gets the big part. She's a face of it. So like, her ear is amazing, and her voice is one of the best. She'll hate me for saying this, sorry baby, but she has one of the best voices I've ever heard singing wise, and she gets so embarrassed by it. But it's
a lot of good singers do.
It's soulful and like smoky, and it's deeper than you would expect from someone that you've seen. Tara.
Like a low alto kind.
Yeah, she's got a deeper voice than you would expect from when you hear her talk, but it sounds so good and like jazzy. But she's like her own biggest critic. But I love whenever I hear her sing. It's fantastic. But yeah, her opinion is like one of my favorites too, because has such a good ear and she knows so much musically. Like, she's always like my go-to person where I'm like, hey, listen to this. But yeah, it's like having my best friend around all the time. Like, it's nice. Engaged.
Awesome.
Nice. That was a long ass answer.
Beautiful.
That's what we're looking for.
Yeah.
That's what we like, the long ass answers. Makes our job a little easier.
Yeah. That it does.
Yeah, that's a problem that I've had in relationships, is not being able to sit in silence.
Yeah.
They get annoyed of somebody.
Yeah, because I get annoyed easily too. Like, when I'm at the crib, bro, I'm not trying to be talking about shit all the time,
That's a big thing too, because I have ADHD, and I'm diagnosed autistic. So like, there's times where I don't like being touched. And she's a very physical, like, she likes to show her love through touch. So there's days where, she'll come and try to like rub my neck, and I'm just like, not right now. Or she wants to do, and like, at first she used to get upset by that, but then I explained to her, it's not anything with you. There's just days where I
don't want to.
There's days where I'm fucking nonverbal. Like, if I don't have to speak, I won't say a word.
Yeah.
And it's not like anything against anybody. It's just, I don't want to fucking talk today.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not feeling it. And I think the mature thing is just the fact that we can sit and talk, and I can say these things and explain to her, it's not anything to do with you. It's just how I'm wired today.
And she gets
it. Yeah. A lot of the times when I would try to do that, and fuck these fucking high school relationships, it always turns into, oh my God, you fucking hate me. And it's like, no, okay, I'm the bad person now. And you internalize it. But I think it's nice just having that person that you can like tell the truth to. And they don't necessarily have to understand it, but they respect it.
Yeah.
That's a big thing, respecting. I think that's a big
I've seen I've heard that a lot of studies have been done. Well, I've seen the studies, and I've heard that ADHD and autism are very similarly linked in the brain.
Oh yeah.
Like, they react very similarly to like with how the brain works.
Overstimulated easily, and
it's fucky too, because with autism, like you thrive in a very structured and controlled environment with like, you know, guidelines and rules set out for you. But with ADHD, it's the exact opposite.
Yeah.
You work off the handle. You don't have a guide. You don't do setups. You don't organize. So it's like you're at conflict with your fucking self.
Mm-hmm.
And I've just learned how to mediate that fucking conflict with myself. So I do minor organization things. Like I have a set table for where I put my wallet, my keys, and all this shit. So, you know, I'll throw it on there, but it goes on there.
Yeah.
It's there. So it's not like, and I have like a set regimen for when I wake up in the morning, but it's not like I do it in the order. Sometimes I'll take my shower and brush my teeth at the same time, do my face wash. Like it's chaotic, but it's organized chaos. It's like EDM music.
Your face has cleared up a lot, dude.
Yeah, I've been doing really good.
I see that.
I've been doing really fucking good. I've been getting my eating right too. That's the other thing. Diet.
That's
hard.
tough.
That's the hardest part.
So tough.
I didn't notice until you said something.
Yep.
Yeah.
I've been doing my work. I've been trying to get a little.
That's
bit.
an adult thing, bro. Like taking care of your skin.
Yeah.
That's an adult thing.
It's just discipline. It's just like waking up, making sure you wash your face, put all the product on, make sure I've been brushing my face too. That's been helping with the
like getting dead skin off and stuff. Yeah.
That's been the big thing.
Yeah.
That's been a big thing too. But like, yeah, just having like that kind of a little bit of a guideline for myself and learning how to work with the chaos that I am.
I ate 6 honey buns today.
I can't even judge, bro. I had like 3 crumble cookies and I ate
420% of your daily fat value.
You don't need shit else.
I had 2 for breakfast, 1 after work, 3 before y'all got here.
Fucking 3,000 calories.
With the beautiful brie cheese and honey and strawberry.
See how she's eating? I'm just smashing.
You're just eating fucking honey buns.
Fucking, I got
fucking like 450
snacks,
450
little Pepsi.
You always ate like a fucking madman, though. And like we used to eat the same, and I used to blow my
Honestly,
mind.
I don't eat a lot anymore.
I used to go fucking ham. You could eat
I used to eat a shit ton of food, dude.
Yourself.
Yeah, I used to smash.
This like I never understood it.
But now I don't. I like eat. Like I wake up, I eat a little bit, then I might have like a meal, and then I might just like snack. Like I don't eat a lot.
I try to eat once a day, like in the morning, have
One
like
big
a
meal.
protein shake or a protein bar, and then at night, I'll try to get like 1,200, 1,500 calories in. I try, especially being a trucker, it's hard to fucking eat clean.
Yeah.
But like that, it's really like, even when I wasn't though, it's like one of the most difficult things to do because I hate cooking. So I'm like, I'm trying to find out a way to do it to where I don't have to spend, bare minimum 30 minutes preparing food. And it's just not realistic.
Yeah, it's.
You can get it all done at once. Like cook a lot.
But that's gonna
save
be
it.
hours.
Yeah, but it'll save you time throughout the week.
That's true. I'm lucky in the fact that I've always loved cooking. Like I know how to cook. The healthy side of it is easy for me to understand. Like working in so many restaurants and shit. It sucks doing it though, because even though I love cooking, I fucking hate meal prep days because I'm literally there for like 2 hours just doing all this shit, and like I don't have to do anything throughout the week.
But that one time stressful.
And my ass smokes weed, so I get the munchies, and then I'll eat 2 meals when I was only supposed to eat 1 that day, and then my whole thing, or I'll eat 3 of them, and then my week's fucked up, and like it's.
What's your diet look like? Do you have like a specific one that you stick to, or you just
So lately, I've always been like skinny or like skinny fat. So I've been hitting the gym lately, and I was trying to bulk. I wanted to eat more, but when I realized how much I had to eat in the window,
so to get big,
You're
bro,
a
you
big
gotta
guy.
eat
I'm a big dude, so I had to eat like fucking 3,000 fucking calories to gain the weight and the mass I wanted. And I tried for a week, and I was physically sick.
Peanut butter, eggs.
Yeah, I was doing eggs, chicken, peanut butter, like high protein, rice, steaks. And it was the amount that I was having to eat. Like I had a fucking bag of boiled eggs and shredded chicken, and I was eating it on shift, and I was like, I'm fucking not hungry. Like I am not
like full
hungry.
Yeah.
I have to do this. And I'd go to the gym and I'd start lifting, and halfway through my sets, I'd just go to the bathroom and puke because I'm like, too fucking full. So I'm trying to do like a minor minor bulk at this point. Maybe do like 2,700 calories,
right?
Something a little bit lighter, and just see where that takes me. Because I've always been like a stick my whole life.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same way. I've always been skinny, but I got like a lot of fat on me. Yeah,
I was buff for a little bit. I've slimmed down because I stopped working, but I was buff for a minute.
You were fucking running around.
Yeah, I'm still pretty strong for like my size, but I was always told, this is what they told me when I was doing personal training in the gym. Anytime you think about food, eat. That's what they told me. If you ever any thought that comes about food,
that's not a good idea for me.
See, it's great because like when you're trying to bulk up and you're eating that much food, bro, like when you get done eating, you feel like lethargic. It's like you just got done eating Thanksgiving dinner. Yeah, like you're tired because your body's working in overdrive trying to digest all that shit.
Yeah,
I love red meat too, and I can't do
fucking ribeye.
Oh my god, yeah, give me
24 ounce medium rare ribeye.
And I'm just sitting here eating this fucking chicken and steak, and I'm like, and potatoes too. I'm fucking I love potatoes, but I was like, I can't look at another fucking potato right now. Like that shit's rough. So it's rough. Mostly I do like rice, good like 2 cups of vegetables, maybe like 8 ounces of a protein, so like chicken or beef. For the most part, I've really been loving lamb lately.
Lamb's fire.
Fucking up lamb.
Yeah, dude.
I love lamb. But I've been doing more fruit too. I've been trying to get more actual like protein powder too. I've been taking creatine. I have to drink a shit ton of water because that shit makes you cramp up.
Yeah,
you gotta drink a lot of water.
And I thought I drank a lot. I tried to drink like a gallon. I had to do a gallon and a half now. So
creatine's more for like explosive power.
Is that one just for like doing heavy shit?
So what it does is it puts a lot of water in your muscles. So when you're doing like a heavy lift, it gives you that extra water so your muscles don't
fucking cramp up.
When they produce all that acid, it's not overwhelming them and cramping them up that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So it makes the burn. It alleviates that burn.
It's just extra. Failing. It's really just for like baseball players use creatine for it's just the extra energy basically. Okay. It's stored energy.
Okay, bet. I can live with that.
Well, and a lot of fucking water. You got to drink a ton of water on creatine.
I'm gonna do that shit.
Yeah. Do you ever? I got this meal replacement shake at home. I only get in the gym like 3 times a week because I'm gone the rest of the week. So I try not to do it, but it'll be in one serving. It's like 1,500 calories and 100 something grams of protein.
That's crazy.
It's a bitch getting that motherfucker down.
Oh god, yeah.
It's a bitch getting that motherfucker down.
Just shove a turkey in a blender.
Yeah,
bones and all.
Oh, that's shit.
Pretty much, bro. It's so like because it's liquid, so you don't it's not intimidating going into it, but you get halfway through that motherfucker, you're like, Jesus fucking Christ. But like it's a lot easier to do that than it is to overeat.
Yeah.
Smoothie King. People, when I worked at Smoothie King, that was the big thing. They would get the fucking
the protein smoothies.
The Hulk. Yeah. That was the big motherfucker because it had 2 scoops of butter pecan ice cream, weight gain blend, fucking a bunch of shit in it. It was like 1,500 calories for a fucking 32 ounce of that bitch. And moms would get that, like non-bodybuilding people would get that. And I'm like, I see why you're like 400 pounds. And then I see these jacked motherfuckers come in and get extra peanut butter. Extra. I'm like, you need more? Like, you're eating, like, this is literally like 2,000 calories now, dude. And they're like, yeah.
That's like one meal.
Yeah. And
there guys like the strongmen, bro, eat like 6,000 calories a day.
I love watching their videos. It makes me sick because these motherfuckers eat like 2 whole chickens.
I'm about to show y'all this dude I used to work with. He's a professional bodybuilder. He's the guy that gave me a lot of workout knowledge and like inspiration. Dude's probably about this is Hightower, bro. He's way bigger than Tori. Dude's like fucking 45 years old.
That's a big motherfucker, bro.
Dude, he's fucking huge. And he's probably like 6'6". So like all this mass is on a fucking mountain of a man.
Yeah.
Dude, and he's ripped to bits.
That motherfucker,
you know what I'm saying? Like
made of granite.
And he's like 45. So mind you, he's not like
kick you in the face and you're done.
He does like Muay Thai.
What's his cycle look like?
I couldn't even tell you.
I do a little bit of roids, just a little. If I knew there was no side effects, I'd do a little bit of roids.
Yeah, if I had like a doctor's consulting me.
But actors do it. Yeah. Ryan Reynolds definitely.
A lot of people do it. If if you can get, like, a lot of people do TRT. If you have low testosterone, you can get testosterone from the doctor, and they'll, you know, put you on a regimen, and they'll advise you on how to do it so it's, like, safe. And then your balls will shrink because they're not producing testosterone anymore. But really, like, who needs big balls? As long as the dick, you know,
on the dick work.
These honey buns are getting to me. My stomach over here bubbling. I ain't gonna lie to y'all.
Were they the ice ones?
Yeah.
6 honey buns. You shouldn't eat the ice.
Where's the box? Here, I bought it this morning.
That's prison.
6 honey buns. Insane.
Dude, my stomach is a bubbling. Purchased this morning.
And they're gone.
Gone.
Let me read the nutritional facts on this shit.
So we gotta get the numbers.
All right, 230 calories per honey bun. So that's like 1,300. Yeah, it's about 1,300.
What's the serving on those?
So saturated fat is 6 grams, which is 30% of your daily value. So 6 times 3, that's 180% of your daily value. Then total fat is 13 grams, which is 17% of your daily value, which, okay, so it's not as extreme as I thought it was, but
y'all gotta excuse me.
They did something to these. They did something to these because it used to be about 30, 40 grams of sugar in this motherfucker, and it's only 13 grams of sugar.
I don't think the mic wants to hear this.
I don't think the people need to hear what you're doing. Causing chaos, causing calamity.
We like I wish you would have took it in there. We got him pissing a couple pods ago. I'm here. I don't remember if it was Nick or I dropping. We were talking. You just hear this like faint pee stream in the background.
You gotta get it in.
Oh yeah. That's a cool thing about podcasting. You can do some wild shit.
Echo's not too shameless. I remember this motherfucker passing out drunk at a house. Which, granted, it was our fault. Me and Nathaniel got him too fucking wasted. And we just kept handing him beer after beer, and he wasn't really much into the party scene yet. This was like baby Echo, and we got him so drunk to the point where this motherfucker was projectile vomiting out the car. He looked us dead in the eyes and goes, "Circles. All I see is circles." And he was fucked. You know. He was fucking gone. We fucked him up that night. That was a wild one.
I remember one time I was with Mike Wood and PJ, and I had this 2001 Ford Explorer, and it was the 2-door Ford Explorer, so it had the windows that you like pop out in the back.
Classic.
And we were at a party, and we all got shit-faced at this party, and the cops came, so we leaned, and then Mike gets in the back seat of the car, and he pops open the little pop-out window and tries to puke through it. Shit pukes all over my fucking car.
That was a motherfucker. Mike Wood was a fucking specimen, though. Like,
yeah, no, that's a beast of a man. That's a beast of a man. An aggressive beast of a man, too.
Fucking 6'4", like 300 pounds.
Is he 6'4"?
He was like my height.
I thought he was like my height.
He was pretty tall. Mike was tall, and he was big, and this motherfucker could run. That was the thing that got me.
He played football.
Yeah.
He was pretty decent at it from what I understand. I missed the point where he was playing football, but I miss Baby Echo, too. We're like we've been around for that.
It was wild. It was very different.
We used to have... I started hanging out with Echo when I think I was 18, so he would have been 19, and we used to have some time. None really ever got out of hand though. The only time, the craziest memory that I have is my 21st birthday. TG's parents were out of town. I went to TG's house and I got shit faced and I blacked out, which I haven't blacked out in years, and I don't know why either. It was weird because my alcohol consumption wasn't any more extreme than it usually was, but I blacked out. And then I guess I went to sleep in TG's parents' bed. And I sweated through my shit, so I got up and there was just this like pool of sweat shaped like my body at TG's
just
bed.
A human outline.
This is like the night that I met TG. This is
a hell of an introduction.
TG's fucking first impression of me, so I had to give him some weed to fucking make up for the fact that he got in trouble.
That's fair. I mean, that's fair.
It was fair.
That was like the shit back then.
But I remember like years later, TG posts a video from that night. Echo's running on a treadmill rapping, and I'm just doing ad-libs in the corner. I have like no recollection of this whatsoever.
Hey, poop, it's breakfast party.
I mean, shit, you had to get it out one way.
Oh, still hurts.
That's like, I mean, that was just like all there was to do in O'Fallon back then. Like,
Get fucked up.
get fucked up and party. Like,
Yeah.
everyone knew like Sis's house. That was like the spot where some wild shit would happen, or like,
I threw the fuck up there.
yeah, you did. You almost threw.
Some girl.
Yeah, some random chick.
Some random chick. I was hitting on her, fell asleep on her.
You
Then I woke
fell
up.
asleep with the bottle in your head
Yeah.
too. I remember that.
I was like head on her like lap or something, bottle like curled up. I woke up and I was like,
well, that's her. She didn't move. Like she let you sleep.
let me sleep.
That's a G move.
And the throw up, the second my eyes open, I was like, oh yeah. I just got up, just ran to the door. Big J was like, what's up? I was like, move.
It's like a slow, it's like the Matrix. Like this motherfucker, and my ass just jumped, and it just like went past and then hit the ground. And I was like,
and they were all like, way to make it outside.
I was pissed. I was like, y'all didn't see this nigga almost throw up on me. I was like, fuck it, yeah. And then that was the circles.
Yeah, y'all assholes planned to get me fucked up.
That was the plan too. Like, cause we came in and Nathaniel grabbed a beer and I grabbed a beer, and then Nathaniel was like, "Oh, I gotta drive. I can't drink this. Here, Jordan." And then I was like, "Oh, I don't like beer. Here, Jordan," which was a fucking lie.
And he just kept doing it.
Yeah, he just kept drinking, and then people were offering him the bottle because this was like I said, this was Baby Echo, so this was like back when people knew him as the good kid. Yeah, Lil Bill. Like he didn't pop out. He didn't drink, smoke, didn't do nothing. So this was like the beginning phases.
This was the beginning of Echo Shorty.
Yes, this is the beginning of the Shorty era. That shit was.
Oh yeah,
A lot of drunk driving back in those days.
oh yeah.
We used to get so fucking high too. Me, you, Austin Harding, we would just be ridiculously high. We'd all put in $5, get 1 gram.
Get a big ass gram of Reggie.
Get a big ass gram. Well, when we put in the 5 each, because back then we were getting Reggie grams for $5.
Yeah.
So we would go with you go with $20 and you felt like a fucking king.
I did that past high school. I was smoking Reggie because I always was really sensitive to weed. So I didn't really need to smoke Kush, and I always did when I was with people. If I was just like getting a personal stash, I was like, you know what, I got $40. I'm about to go get a fucking like half ounce of some Reggie. And just be lit. I'd just be chiefing blunt after blunt.
You felt like a king. You didn't care there were seeds in it.
Fuck this headache.
Back then, you get 1 gram of Kush, roll a blunt, split that between 4 people, and you were high for the whole day.
Yeah.
You were high for the fucking. I'd get home being like, oh my God, I can't look at my mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are the days where it's like, dude, we have to get eye drops. We have to go to CVS. Otherwise, you're not going home.
Facts.
Or you're staying the night at someone's house.
What was your first time smoking weed?
The very first time I ever smoked weed. Oh, the first time I ever smoked weed, I actually didn't get high because I didn't know what I was doing.
I didn't either.
But I was with. It's funny. I could say it now. I was with a kid who I was friends with in my neighborhood. His name was Cody Dodds, and his friend Brandon Piku. And we smoked out of a fucking Gatorade bottle.
The same. It was a Coke bottle, but same.
I didn't know to inhale.
Cody Dodds had a big head.
Yeah.
Little ginger dude with a big head.
No, he wasn't a big. No, he was a year older than me.
Okay.
He was a brown head kid. He was super. Yeah, I like Cody. He was cool. Did kind of have a big head. No, just say it. But I didn't know to inhale. So I didn't get high, and then we sat and watched fucking Pineapple Express, and I'm the only one that's fucking sober as shit. Like,
this movie sucks.
this is like terrible. The first time I ever got high was actually with my older brother. I got kicked out of my mom's because me and my mom are super similar, so we would just argue.
Yeah.
And like now we absolutely love each other because we get it, but back then it was fucking frustrating. So
Yeah.
we would go at it. I walked out of the house. My older brother came, picked me up. We went to his house. We were hanging out with his friends. They had some orange Kush. They rolled it up in a fucking strawberry Swisher. I remember it. I took like 4 puffs, and my ass was so fucking high. I saw a piece of paper fall off of like the table, right? And it just kind of did the paper thing and fell to the ground. And I don't know why, but when it hit the ground, I started laughing so fucking hard. I was like, this is the funniest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life. And then I was so goddamn high. I hate ketchup. Like, I will never eat ketchup. Maybe with fries, if it's spicy ketchup. But my ass was so high, I had some chicken, and I was dipping it in fucking ketchup. And that was when my older brother... I know. Ew. And when my brother saw that, he goes, oh, this motherfucker's gone. I don't remember falling asleep. I just remember waking up the next morning feeling the most refreshed I've ever felt in my fucking life.
Yeah.
I went to school because I was at, what was it, Cariel at this point, because I was in 8th grade, I think. I fucking went to school still high, like the next day, and I was just...
Dude, the afterglow when you first start smoking is always so nice.
Amazing. I felt great. I was like, I listened in class because I was calm. Like, everything was great. I did all the assignments. I did my homework that night. My mom was like, what the fuck is this?
I want drugs.
If I say yes, will I keep doing them? And oh my God. But, yeah, I fucking loved it. After that, I was like, I'm never not smoking.
Yeah, that's how when I first started, I was hooked immediately. I fell in love with this shit. All right, the first time it's not super dissimilar. My dad used to go out of town for work, and he'd be out of town Monday through Friday, and I'd just be alone at the crib. You know, I was a freshman in high school,
right?
Which is fucking very questionable parenting move. But, so PJ Dixon would come over and we'd spend the whole week together. And he was smoking forever. And like, he didn't really tell me about it because he knew that my mom was a drug addict and he didn't really know. He knew that my dad probably wouldn't be for it. And it was kind of like, I wasn't like super staunchly against it at this point, but I still didn't do it.
Yeah.
And then one day I was just like, he eventually started telling me that he was smoking, and I just let it happen for a while. And one day I was like, you got any weed? And he was like, hold on. He calls his mom, and it's like they've been like preparing for this moment, you know, because I knew his mom too. I was tight with him, and they were like, oh, he's finally doing it. He's like, so his mom fucking drives over to my house to give us some weed. And then we make a little Coke bottle. We take like a zebra pin and then put it in the Coke bottle, make a little bong out of it.
Fuck yeah.
And then I was super paranoid to do it anywhere around my house, but they were doing a bunch of construction in my neighborhood. So we walked around and we tried to find like a nice secluded spot, and we ended up settling on this porta potty. So
it smells like shit. No one will think anything of it.
So we go into just two dudes walking into a porta potty in the middle of the neighborhood with a fucking Coke bottles. You know, it's normal. So we fucking he gets high, and because I feel like I inhaled, but I didn't. If I felt something, it was very minimal. I do remember getting the giggles a little bit at some point in the night, but I was very like lucid. I didn't feel
like out of it.
Yeah, I didn't feel high. And then we did that, and that was cool. And then like the next day we did it again, and I got fucking baked. And like my dad was coming home that day, so I was paranoid. So I got in the shower like right when we got done smoking, and took the most amazing shower I've ever had in my life. And like then we came out, and then my dad was going to be home in like 30 minutes. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to take a nap. So I took a nap, bro, and we slept for like 6 hours. And I was like, what the fuck are you sleeping 6 hours for? I was like, man, it was a long day at school.
Yeah. You know? No, I feel it. There were so many times where like, because they knew my mom didn't play shit. Like no one's mom played, but my mom did not play shit. So I would normally be at like Jordan's house after we would do some wild shit. And there were so many times where I was high at this nigga's house and I wouldn't know what to do. I would just clean.
Yes.
I would.
My mom's like, I love when Jordan comes over. We all go to church to come home. The house is clean.
Like I would just be bored because they would go to church and I was not. They wouldn't take me when I go with Marcus. When I go to Marcus's house, they would bring me to church, and my ass is sitting there just like, this sucks. I hate this. And they were Catholic too, so their church was boring.
Oh yeah,
fuck. And
I grew up Catholic.
I think I would ask you, and you'd be like,
no, it was like if you stay the night, you're coming to church. I was like, fuck, Marco, you're my dog.
Yeah, my parents always gave an option.
Yeah.
You can.
So I would be bored because I wouldn't want to leave while they were at church. I felt like that was rude.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I would just be sitting there. So I'd clean up the basement. I'd clean Jordan's room. And then I'd be like, well, fuck, they're still at church. I go upstairs, do the dishes, clean the living room, clean the baby's room, pick up the toys. They'd come home and the whole fucking house was clean. And I'd be on the couch watching TV just like, hey, y'all. And Jordan used to get mad at me. He was like, stop cleaning shit. And then he realized when his parents were like, yeah, Jordan come over immediately. I like, you see? You see, they fucking love me.
That's a fair trade-off too. You know, you're staying at the crib.
And I'm like, yeah, they would have me over. They'd cook for me. They'd offer me food. And they treated me like family. Like, I fucking love Jordan's family. Like, that's...
Yeah, they're very upstanding people.
I love Joel as one of my... Like, shit, he helped AJ out tremendously. Got him the job. And
I always forget not to cuss around him. It's so embarrassing.
It was like two different people. I was like two completely different people. And parents...
Shit, me too.
That was the thing. Like, parents always loved me. Like, because I just knew how to turn it on. Like Mitch's parents until they caught us smoking weed.
Yeah, until they caught us smoking. Yeah, facts.
That was the funniest shit.
Facts.
I blame Steven.
That was Steve.
I blame Steven.
That was Steven.
Wow.
The quietest nigga was somehow the loudest that night.
Yeah, I was always loud. So it was never like nothing new if Jordan's loud.
So Mitch's house was really nice too. It was a big ass house.
It was echoey.
Echoey as fuck.
Yeah.
So for some reason we had the bright idea to go out. Well, obviously we had to go outside.
Yeah, we went to the little walkway.
Not even their walk. We went underneath their patio. That was the fucked up part. If we would have went a little bit further, that would have been smarter. But we went right underneath their patio. They didn't smell it. They heard us. Miss Kiki was on.
They didn't smell it?
She didn't smell that shit. It was some Reggie. She ain't smell that shit.
Steven had good shit.
Was it good shit?
Steven brought good shit. Steven didn't buy Reggie.
Because that was the first time Marco was going to smoke.
Yeah, they might not have smelled it. But they definitely came downstairs on some bullshit.
When they were like, you guys can either throw it away and stay or keep it and get out of the house. And nigga, all of us were like, we're going to keep it and get out of the house.
Yeah,
Mitch
we were
obviously
going.
couldn't. So he was pissed because he couldn't smoke with us. They fucking, I mean, fuck it. Steven ended up rolling the blunt, had a hole in it.
Yeah.
I remember I was so mad. I was like, you should have let me roll it, nigga. Like, oh, I got it, bro. Dong Woo. But
fucking Dong Woo. That's hilarious.
Woo. He insisted on rolling it and it had a hole in it. I was like, just cover it with your finger.
That's who I first got. I was Steven.
That's so funny.
Yeah. At Tristan Medina's house. Yeah.
I don't think I've ever heard that story before.
Fucking, it was me, Mitch, Seth, Steven, Jeff.
Seth Riggin?
Jeff Barrett.
Played hockey with him too.
I love Jeff Barrett.
Tristan, his younger brother and older brother were all there. I don't know if Paxton was there or not. Paxton might have been.
Paxton was on his wrestling shit, so he was anti-drug, but he was.
Yeah, no, and he wasn't smoking shit. Yeah, I think he was there though. And fucking, so we were all staying at Tristan's house. And I hadn't been high before, so I'm like, yeah, fucking, I'll fucking smoke. So we fucking rolled 2 blunts, and we smoked the first one. So first we bought it off Tristan's older brother.
He's fucked up.
Yeah, yeah. So then Steven had been smoking for a while. So he was like, I'll roll the blunt, whatever. Whoa. So we all get in Tristan's in his car. I think me, Tristan, Steven. I don't think Tristan smoked. He might have smoked. He wrestled too, though, so I don't know if he smoked.
He rarely smoked.
But I think, yeah, and Seth, and we were all in the cars passing the blunt. We smoked 1 blunt. Everything was cool. Everybody's a little high. I'm definitely high. I'm playing 2K. It's like a 17-hour long game. Fucking 4-minute quarters. Fucking game lasted forever. Then we go, and then I ate 2 things of cold ravioli. I didn't heat them up. I just fucking ate. I was starving. You know what I'm saying? Like, longer than I've ever been in my life. So then we go smoke the second blunt, and I fucking hit the blunt a couple times, and I threw up all the fucking ravioli in the back of Steven's car. He had a stain in that car until he sold it. It was a fucking big ass stain in the back of the seat. And I remember hitting the blunt, and I threw up, and then Steven goes, Jordan, you just fucking throw up? And I was like, yeah, I'll clean it up later, bro. My bad. Fucking just threw up everywhere. Fucking, then we go inside, and we just can't be quiet. Like, everyone's just fucking laughing their ass off. And then Tristan's dad, the only time I've ever seen his dad in my life. I saw him 2 times. This, and when we did a fight in the back, we all had the fight competition in the backyard. I don't know if you were, so we all got up and had a fight competition in the backyard. His parents fucking sat out there and watched us fucking fight. Like, fucking whatever. But
White people.
his dad comes downstairs in like some little underwear, fucking feet out, little tank top. He's like, hey, we're all looking at him. Hey, where's Tristan? I go, I think he's sleeping. He goes, y'all keep it down.
Sorry, sir.
Yes, sir. So sorry.
Dude.
Fucking, dude, we were all so fucking scared. We were all stoned. And yeah, it was a great time. I was blitzed. Like my first time smoking, I got so high, dude. I was high.
See, I had it good, man, because I would just go over to PJ's crib and his mom would get us high as fuck. So like when I first started smoking, I had, safe place to chill. It was kind of like a crazy environment sometimes, but like for the most part, it was chill. As long as nobody was drinking, it was chill. And we just go over there and get stoned. And then he lived in that trailer park / neighborhood behind Joseph Arthur.
I used to go to Joseph Arthur.
And
Central Kids.
yeah. And that trail, what's the name of that? It's been so long since I've been to
The park?
The park.
Longacre. No, not Longacre. It was the
mines.
The mines. It was the not the coal mines.
It was fucking. Oh, I know what you're talking about because it had like the fishing hole and all that.
Yeah.
I think that was Longacre because it was behind the trailer park.
Longacre was in Belleville.
Yeah.
Belleville / like on the border of Belleville.
Fairview.
Are you talking about the one that's behind the KFC trailer park?
Yeah.
Yes. That wasn't Longacre though.
That was the mine.
Yeah, it was the mines.
mine.
We'll just call it the mine.
Yeah, we'll call it the mines. You know that little trail?
Yeah.
Like that divided fucking PJ's neighborhood and Joseph Arthur that like led up to the mines. And we'd just get high as fuck and go walking on there. And I remember one time, bro, this is like the first time I ever heard dubstep. It was like my third time smoking, first time smoking at PJ's house. And we went and we got high with his mom. And it was my first time hitting like an actual bong.
Yeah.
And I hit the shit. And then they told me to clear it. And I didn't know what that meant. So I pulled the stem out and I tried to smoke the stem. And she gave me shit about that until the day she died.
Yeah.
That's fucking hilarious.
But anyway, long story short, we got high as fuck. And we're walking on that trail and it's, pitch black out. There's no lights on the trail, but there's all these lightning bugs flickered in the tree line and shit. And then PJ puts on Cinema by Skrillex and Benny Benassi. And it was like, it was fucking insane.
I can imagine.
It was an insane ass moment.
That's fire, dude. It's fire.
Those are like some of the best days, bro. Some of my fondest memories are just when I first started smoking weed.
Yeah.
It just enhanced fucking everything.
Everything. Food.
Yo, my God, dude.
Yeah.
I remember when we had to walk from Roberto's house to fucking. I don't even think we were high. We weren't even high. We were sober that time.
We just had to go.
Yeah, we walked. Steak and Shake. We walked to Steak and Shake. And then we had to call my older brother to come pick us up. We weren't even high that night, but fucking some of like my favorite, like you said, some of my favorite memories back then are just the early days of smoking weed. Like I used to hang out with fucking. Shout out to Chris Johnson, but Chris Johnson back in the fucking days, he used to fucking rent out hotels, get like a fucking ounce of weed, and we would just smoke in that bitch.
See, he got that check when he was younger. Yeah. Chris used to. I remember the first time I met Chris, bro. It was a UFC night, and PJ had been kind of friends with him for a while. Yeah, but it was a UFC night. And I still hang out every UFC night. I go watch him with Chris. Yeah, and we pull up to Chris's house in his apartment in O'Fallon when he lived in, I forget the name of that neighborhood, but he lived in that neighborhood in that little apartment that he had for fucking years. And we were watching the shit and he was just like, y'all want a personal? And I was like, what? Like, it didn't even register me. I didn't know what the fuck he was talking about. And he just gives, there's like fucking 6 people there. He gives everybody, including himself, a personal blunt. We just get fucking stoned. Fire. Yeah,
he was a big weed lover. I think he still work with Vibe now.
Yeah, he works at Vibe.
Fucking love that.
Yeah, he's a weed guy. He's a weed guy.
Yeah, I remember I met Chris, I want to say 7th grade, and we immediately hit it off just because of the UFC. Like, he was one of the only other people.
UFC, anime.
Yep. Yeah. Me and him, we were we were in the same class too, so we were always kicking it, always laughing. But yeah, fucking like hanging out with Chris and like just that group of people, fucking Jack Smith too.
Oh, it's crazy, yeah.
My God,
he was on the pod. That's another one for the whites.
Yep, Jack Smith. He's got a black name though. He got Jack Smith.
He has a pretty black name.
Like I said, like a half. We'll give a half point to each side on that one. If he hears me say that, his ego will be gassed up. I take that. Strike that. But yeah, like the early days hanging out with him and like fucking Kyle Winkler and shit, just like some of the heaviest drinking days of my life.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God. Dude.
Yeah.
Like Fallon, you had to drink to survive. Like that was.
Yeah, we drank for sure.
Everyone drank.
I remember one time fucking Dirk left a fifth of green apple vodka at my fucking house. He brought it to school. And was like, bro, I don't know what to do with this. I was like, why would you bring it to school? Like, why'd you bring this? Like, leave it at home.
No, you did the worst thing you could have possibly done.
Worst decision.
Like,
but yeah, man.
There's a lot of bad decisions at OTHS though. Like, no naming names, but yeah, people brought a lot of dumb shit.
Oh yeah,
like guns, drugs.
You know, I talked a kid out of shooting someone at school one time.
Damn.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna mention the name. He brought a gun to school and he like showed me, and I was like, bro, what?
I feel like I already know who it was.
And he was like, yeah.
Yep. Like, why did I fucking know? Like, why did I know?
He was like, bro, like they keep fucking me, bro. I was like, nah, man, like, nah, bro, you don't gotta do that. Like, I just talking to him for a minute.
Dating him.
He was. I respected him because he stood on business.
Yeah, he was real.
I remember he was at like it was like a thing we did, the Shiloh homecoming or something, and it was like 20 niggas trying to fight him. And he was like, "What's up?" and scored up with 20 niggas. And I'm like, "This nigga's as big as me." Like, bro,
Area was beast.
he was on it, bro.
That
like,
was a little
he didn't play.
Right there.
He didn't play. I stood on.
That was a real ass nigga.
I fucked with him for that. But yeah, man, they were walking while Fallon.
I feel like most high schools are like that, but O'Fallon was like big, but we had kind of this like small town dysfunction almost.
Yeah,
we weren't big enough to really be big, and that you
it was a
kind of
middle-sized school.
Yeah, and you got like when in like Waterloo where Money Boy went, there was a lot of shit going down.
Yeah,
and you know you kind of get like a lot of. I mean, I don't know, it might just be high school, but you probably get a lot of shit going on in bigger communities too. But like. I remember one day when I was selling weed, I went to school and I was just walking around smelling weed all day. And I was like, what the fuck? Is that me? You know?
It makes you paranoid.
It did. It made me paranoid. But at the end of the day, right before the bell rung, I fucking reached down in my backpack because I was putting my shit away and I had a quarter in the bottom of my backpack. And I was like, oh my God, this is almost a horrible incident.
Yeah. Definitely would have got expelled for that.
Oh, dude.
Oh yeah. Yeah. One time I was passing. Some girl was trying to buy some weed off me, and we were just passing notes about it because I didn't give a fuck. Like if you knew me in high school, bro, I did not give a fuck. I was like wild, and fucking. So we were just passing notes about selling weed, and the teacher intercepted it. So they like searched all my shit, and they ended up finding a piece that PJ's mom had got me in my car that I had lost like 6 months earlier. And I think what happened was because I'd gotten pulled over like shortly after that piece and got arrested for some weed. And I'm pretty sure that they like took that shit.
Yeah.
And like planted it on me. Because I searched up and I turned that car inside out, bro, reaching every crack and crevices. I know that bitch was not in there. There's no fucking way. And he found it like immediately.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm pretty sure because it was known, bro. Like they knew like.
O'Fallon is dirty for that shit. They would do that.
Yeah, they would, and it was known. Like all the administrators at the school, the police department, they knew what I was doing. They were always like trapping and shit. And they get like the whole group of people that I hung out with was we were like fucking one of the groups of drug dealers. So like that they knew, but it was yeah, a lot of shit. Like, I remember going to school one day. I'd done acid like 6 hours earlier.
Still coming down.
I wasn't even coming down. I did like because I went and bought acid the night before, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go get this acid, fucking do it with Gabe this weekend. And then it was when I was living with Gabe, and then I went to Collinsville to get the shit, and then I got pulled over on the way to Collinsville. And it was 5 hits. So I just, all right.
Oh,
You took
God.
5 fucking hits?
The first time I ever did acid, I took 4. It was great.
Ooh.
It was great.
Fucking.
I did 1.5 and I thought I was going to go crazy.
I did like 2. One went pretty nuts.
Yeah,
I was
I've never had. I had like one kind of emotional trip off the shrooms, but I don't really get bad trips off of shrooms, at least up until this point.
Yeah,
But
that's take you there.
a lot of acid probably isn't actually acid.
That's true. A lot of research coming.
Yeah. But like, so anyway, I took 5 of them bitches and it was great. I went home, had a good time. I was like, bro, like I had to take all the acid. I got pulled over. Here's a ticket right here. I didn't want to think I was, just capping on them. And then we had a final the next day. So I went, or not a final, it was the ACT, SAT.
Oh, God.
Fucking-
ISAT, Illinois.
No, not the
ACT.
ISAT.
Oh,
It was
the
the
ACT.
college
Oh,
prep
God.
one. Yeah. So I went and I didn't give a fuck about that bitch anyway, but I ended up doing pretty fucking good on it.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Unlock that third eye.
Tripping balls. But I know like girls would come in to school shit faced.
Yeah, that was a big thing.
Yeah. And I was like, damn. But I think like the consequences were sometimes kind of out of proportion.
They were.
Because I found wanted to like set an example and act like they were some fucking bastion in the Midwest when they're like ranked 50th. In
Yeah.
Illinois. Like they're fucking in Southern Illinois, dude. Like get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Like fuck off.
Yeah. I know a lot of fuck ups from Oakville like this,
Yeah.
We have barely any notable alumni. I looked at it like fucking yesterday just to get a laugh. The only one I actually knew was Tucker McCann.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's like the only one I actually, and Rose Jones. But I didn't really fuck with Rose Jones.
I don't even know who that is.
Yeah.
I did, for sure.
Yeah, you were at the Y all the time. That
Yeah.
nigga
Well, I know him from my older brother, too.
was
There's
James.
Kaylee Albritton.
What the fuck she do?
She's like a Broadway
music
actress.
Yeah. Yeah.
That though.
So Darius is a lawyer, which is, I mean, there's lots of lawyers, but he's a black lawyer, which I think is pretty cool.
That's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty fucking cool.
I don't know if he almost went to the NFL, but he cleared for the draft.
Yeah, he did.
Who's our most notorious alumni? I mean, fuck the successful ones. Like, who's
Probably
our
McCann.
biggest criminal?
Criminal?
Yeah, I want criminal. Like, who's our most like infamous alumni?
Chris Douglas is up there.
That's so. That used to be my best.
He used to be my boy
friend.
too. He wasn't like super tight with him, but like Mike Wood, I was super tight with.
I stayed at that nigga's house. Like me and Chris
Yeah.
were tight, bro. Like
I think that's what ruined y'all's you living there.
I think the meth.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think the meth did it more than anything. No, like that's why. Yeah, like meth honestly just went crazy through O'Fallon.
It did.
Which is I never saw it around at all when I lived there. It wasn't until after high school I would have been 18 after like the Turn Up Tuesday days when people were starting to do Molly. And it feels
after that,
it feels like the Molly kind of like led into the meth.
Because a lot of the Molly back then, and I hate to say it,
laced
it
with
was
meth.
meth-based Molly. And
Yeah.
meth-based
sure.
Molly is the best fucking Molly because meth is a hell of a drug.
Oh,
It
yeah.
fucks your life up. Like it's
Yeah.
worth it. But like, yeah, the turn up days were detrimental because people were getting lots of Molly and people were doing big amounts of Molly. Like,
Yeah.
Mike was a big dude. He could do a lot of Molly.
Yeah, you could do a lot of Molly.
Like 5/10, and I'm like, I'm on 3. And I'm like, you're going there.
You're like
wild.
bugging off 3 too. 3 is like
3 is
the limit. Like,
yeah.
3 is an intense fucking roll.
I gotta take water. I'm drinking water like it's fucking life.
Mhm.
Like, and yeah, the motherfucker would take. Bop, 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 bop,
I remember
do his light
one time,
show,
bro.
Fucking
We went to this rave at the Stadium, which is a great venue, and fucking Clay took like 8 of Molly in a 10 strip.
Jesus Christ.
And I needed a ride home, and he offered a ride home. So I was like, all right, this guy. So I'm riding with him and Jack, bro, and he's fucking flying in his Toyota Celica, bro. I'm like scared. I'm like scared shit. I'm like, bro, can you please slow down, bro? I'm like, he's like, I got it, bro. Not even looking at the road. I'm looking because I'm tripping balls too, and I'm looking like the fucking lines on the interstate are all converging into one point as we like go along these banks, and I'm like, I think I'm gonna die for a second. And then we get back to the crib, drop Jack off, and he's like, all right, I'll calm down now. And then he calms down. It was the night I got introduced to Caskey. He put on Caskey, and we just
what a guy.
cruised for like 2-3 hours. And But yeah, I do feel like the Turn Up Tuesdays kind of led into the meth days for a lot of people. And so. At that point, there was like a separation of crews.
I would agree with that. I would agree with that. Yeah, because it was weird seeing the paths that people went down and seeing a lot of people that I never expected to do it.
Yeah, some people I wasn't really surprised by, but some people like damn, bro, you got this like nice family. You got
yeah,
you know.
Well, gentlemen, it's 1 o'clock in the morning.
Oh shit.
The pod's been awesome. Tell them where to find you.
Oh fuck, I don't really have any socials.
You got something.
I got a Twitter. Follow me.
Give me your address.
I think it's like @Smith. I forget my shit.
It was L. Smith, I think.
I think it is. Look at Blue Moon Boy. I think that's still my name. I don't fucking know.
2 seconds left. Fuck you guys.
Yeah.